Okay, Paul, defeated 1-0 by Bohs here tonight. Obviously, quite a disappointing result for you.
Well, again, it's like anything. I wouldn't say disappointing. I think when you look at the game, it was very similar, mirrored exactly like the game in Dublin, where the first half I thought we were good, to be fair. In the second half then, probably when you looked at the goals, probably a little bit of maybe the head staggers for about 5 minutes in that period. They scored, and it's like anything when you play the big teams, you've got two top teams playing, it's always tight. They scored, we didn't, and they had a spell in the second half I thought where they were decent, and it's like what I said prior to the game, they're still a very good team no matter what. They were behind us, but I have to say I couldn't really quibble about anything. If people had said after 3 weeks that we'd be where we are, then I would have taken that. And I'm not just saying that, we're disappointed to lose the old record that we thought it was a fantastic run, but we probably didn't maybe play as well as we've played in the last few weeks, and that's probably because you're playing the top team.
I suppose the realistic thing to say is the run had to come to an end at some stage. Unfortunately, it was tonight.
Yeah, but the only thing I'd say is, as I said, maybe up in Dublin, maybe they had a few chances, a lot of the play, and probably in Doolin, where I thought tonight we had a lot of play in the first half and maybe didn't. The bit of pressure we had, we didn't score. And you need to score when you have that. In the second half then, as I said, particularly the start of the second half, we didn't seem to be able to get out for about 5 minutes, and of course they scored, and it's difficult then, to be fair to us, we got back into the game, we had a decent enough spell there, but we just didn't have any real, probably clear-cut chance, in the second half.
Still in a very good position, Paul. Joint top with Bohs at the moment still. I mean, you'd have taken that, as you said a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, without doubt. I mean, I said this already, there's an awful long way to go in the season. No matter what, you can't judge. Nobody's entitled to be given the league. You have to earn the right to win the league, be up there even. And, as I said, we're up there, we're joint top. Sure, what Mark has, there's an awful long way to go. We have to play each other twice. But as I said, we would have hoped that we could keep our run going. It wasn't to be, Colm, but as I said to you, this is the first time that we've had to taste that little bit of disappointment after the game, and hopefully on Tuesday we can get going again.
Great support here tonight, a fantastic crowd, 5,500 people. That's what you want to see at League of Ireland games, isn't it?
Of course, yeah, and I think it wasn't a bad game either, to be fair too. It was a good excitement in it. Said there's a great atmosphere in it. I think too, when you look to the likes of Joe maybe going off after maybe 8 minutes, whatever it was, it's a little bit disappointing, because you say if the break was bad enough with Pat Sullivan gone, but as I said, you don't take anything away from them. They defended well. They probably done exactly what we did in Doolin, where they defended quite well.
Joe Gamble was a big loss. I mean, Stephen O'Donnell came in, but he hasn't played a whole lot this season.
No, he hasn't, is right. He only played here 20 minutes or 10 minutes against Derry. He's been suspended last week, so it's like anything, Colin. As I said, we're probably, as I said, we would have liked him to win, but we didn't. And as I said, there's no recrimination, as I said. Long way to go.
Just finally, Paul, 2 big games next week now. Drogheda on Tuesday night, back here, then Rovers Friday night. It's a big week for you.
Of course it is, yeah, but everybody has to play the games, Colin. So we head to Drogheda first, and then we'll take that one and look to the Rovers game then next weekend.